Azira Lee is currently an artist working as an English teacher in Cambodia. She has had many opportunities which have allowed her to work and live on 4 different continents. She is inspired by love and nature and writes to capture a moment in time. The movie Reel is the title of her newest publication, edited and released by Eurobox. We have the great chance to meet the author today, who's right now connected with us. So, hi Azira, welcome to Conoscere TV, and thank you for accepting our interview.
Hi, it's great to be here.
So, first things first, tell us what is the movie Reel about, please?
Well, I try to stay away from the normal linear construction of a narrative on purpose because I find even the narrative can be comforting and also can be manipulating the audience into perceiving the story in a certain way. And I really wanted the audience to make up their own mind on this. So in a way, it's like a deconstruction of society, starting with the simplest, which is the caveman, where we have no real knowledge of what is around us and how to identify the world. And then we lead up to a more complicated situation with the final short story, where all these complex societal identities are confronted. And the audience is in a kind of 5th dimension because there's the actual role players who are the characters in the story, and then there's the audience within that story. So it kind of forces the reader to participate in a way where they're looking at it from a really objective point of view of what the story is about.
Okay, and what was the inspiration or the spark that pushed you to write this book and then publish it?
I've been wanting to write for many years. I have, written for many years, but the spark that wanted to get this out of me, so to speak, was I went through a deep void in my life. There was all of a sudden this, I had a pet that I was really close to. He's traveled with me on all my expeditions all over the world, and he passed away. So there was this unbelievable kind of sinking feeling of what now? Now I'm really alone in this world. And in a way, it was kind of to fill this void, but also to regurgitate all this information that I've gathered. And it kind of was the time for me to put it all together in the story.
You introduce with your book an interesting concept. We do not want to spoil, of course, the book, but let's talk just for a second about quantum nature. What is it exactly, and how can readers absorb it?
It's so interesting because, even when I was writing this book, these concepts were not spoken about. And yet today you can turn on YouTube, you can turn on TikTok, and consciousness and quantum nature and third language and all these interdimensional things are being discussed more and more, which is why I think the book is really it kind of speaks to the times, so to speak. Quantum nature is basically that which resides in us that doesn't abide by time. It is the thing that endures it all. We go through our journey in life. We're an infant, our body changes, we become young adults, we become adults, we get old, and eventually we all go through the process of death. But there is something within us that throughout these things of people coming and going or our lifestyles changing, there is an inside of us this endurance that endures it all, that is eternal, that doesn't change. And that's basically what I wanted to tap into. Is it speaks to us, our true nature, because I believe humans are intrinsically good people. Good, intrinsically good.
So ultimately, just to conclude this chat, I would like you to think that the public of readers is right here. So What would you like to tell them? A suggestion to approach the book or just a message for them?
I think if they at all find anything that I say or relate to anything that I say, that is a good sign, because we are so inundated with identities these days of putting ourselves into little capsules, into little boxes of how to express ourselves or what we identify as, when what we truly are, it's not a matter of who we are, it is what we are. What we are is so much bigger than what you could ever imagine. So if they find that they want to kind of look more into what they are, then this is a good place to start. And it's a very fun way to do it too.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Azira, for your time. And of course, best luck with your book.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
The movie reel unfolds between contextual blurs and relies on you to participate, a quantum narration to spark your imagination and illustrate the societal complexities and the evolutionary capabilities in a genesis of short stories, a unique writing style that knows how to get outside the box without even being excessive, not to be missed. The movie reel by Azira Lee is now available in bookstores and digital platforms. It's a publication by Eurobooks.